Welcome back to the MindFckd podcast.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Lauren, and we are back for your favourite conspiracy podcast. But before we actually get into anything, Alex, should we tell our listeners who we are and what we're about?
So, we are MindFckd, a conspiracy and mystery brand, and you can find us at www.mindfucked.co.uk.
Go visit it. We can see you. Go visit it.
We are made up of 7 incredible team members, and we're bringing our podcast to you today.
We are bringing mystery, conspiracy, anything strange, anything abnormal, paranormal. We're bringing it to the plate.
Bringing it to you. And before we start, we're going to do a little MindFckd roundup of some of our highlights from this week's production week, which we are in right now.
And if you guys like anything you hear, what have they got to do, Alex?
Go on our website.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Okay, so do you know what I've really enjoyed? I've absolutely loved our UFO story.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good. But again, we can't give too many details. We can't be giving it all to you straight away.
You've got to go and have a look.
Go have a look. We also have a feature on AI taking over the world.
We have a lot.
Ooh.
We have a lot of those on AI. We
do.
also have a feature on the Tesco trance.
Apparently, when you go shopping, Tesco's putting you in a bit of a trance. Maybe to go buy certain things.
You're in a different world in Tesco.
Yes, you are.
Go read.
Who would have thought?
And finally, we have a paranormal piece, which is the theme for today.
That ties very nice into it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, about Cannock Chase and all the forest's weird paranormal stories and
also
some
got-
experiences.
And we've also got one on a vampire. So if you guys want to sink your teeth into our features, go check them out. What is our episode today on, Alex?
So today we're talking paranormal. So Lauren and I have both found a paranormal place each that we haven't told each other about, and we're going to be
Surprising each other.
surprising each other and telling you some of the most paranormal places in England.
But before we get into that, what do we always need to do, Alex? We've got to jump down that rabbit hole. We'll see you there.
We're here.
We've landed. Soft landing, that one.
I know.
Very
Down
happy
the
about
rabbit
that.
hole.
So, Alex, I actually can't wait any longer. I'm so excited. Please tell me about your mystery house.
So I'm going to take it away, and I'm going to tell you about a house in Essex, St Osyth, which is a small village. I think it's near Essex or in Essex. Don't want to get that wrong. Don't want anyone to come for me for that one. But it's called The Cage.
Ooh, see, that's a bit of a daunting name.
Yeah,
That's ominous.
I know. So if I can get a picture, I'll put it up for you. But it's basically a house that is supposed to be one of the most paranormal hotspots in the UK. So it actually used to be a lockup where they'd put drunks and criminals, but I think that wasn't that long ago. But the actual story is it's most well known for holding a witch, and I say that with quotation marks, called Ursula Kemp. And
Ooh.
she was accused and found guilty of witchcraft, and she was actually hanged in the building.
See, now this is ominous. That's like bad juju.
I know.
Describe a bit about, before you go into the history, can you describe a bit about what the house looks like in case you don't get a photo?
So the house is yellow. It's bright yellow.
See, this is what confuses me. Yellow is usually associated with very fun, sunny, happy colours.
Kind of ugly. I don't like yellow.
It is kind of ugly for a house, but that's
Yeah.
very interesting. But tell us a bit about the history then.
So the history is it was built in the 16th century and then made as a local prison for women who were accused of witchcraft, which I just think means that they wanted to lock women up in prison. Many people, so this is what people have said they've heard in there. They've heard like disembodied voices, so like in old dialect, so like random whispers of people talking in like old time speak, hanging round the house.
People are having a little social and we don't even know about it.
No, I know. And there's also ghost sightings of Ursula Kemp, who was hanged in 1582.
I
to be
just got shivers.
I know. And a man actually found skeletons of 2 women, I think, in 1921, and one of them was believed to be her.
Wait, so he actually saw like the bone skeletons
Found them,
in
yeah.
the house?
Yeah, he found them.
So that might suggest they died there and were left there until they rotted away.
Yeah, definitely. I think they just left them in there.
That's scary.
To
No one's really
rot.
planting skeletons, so it must be true.
So there's also child ghosts that have been reported running around. I don't know where the children have come in from.
No.
I don't know if they were locking up children.
I hope not. That's sad.
No, neither do I. And often the temperature drops in there.
Oh,
So I don't know if you've ever been in anywhere and the temperature just goes cold.
it makes you have an eerie feeling,
Makes you have
doesn't
a
it?
shiver. But and also moving objects. doors opening,
Right.
stuff moving.
So this would suggest there's some sort of paranormal presence. What would you do if I said to you, Alex, you need to go and stand in the yellow house for 10 minutes? What would you be the most scared to see? Like the skeletons, the ghosts?
Okay,
ghost
well,
children?
I actually really, really like ghost stuff. So I think I don't think I could do it on my own, but I think I wouldn't mind standing in like a
See, now,
haunted house.
That's weird. I personally could never do that, but
Well, I actually
credit to
get
you.
really scared, you know, of like, is it Madame Tussauds when they do the dungeons and stuff like that? So I couldn't have anything jumping out at me, but I wouldn't mind if something was like float. I'd probably be shit scared, obviously, but
you wouldn't mind if there's a little child just floating around.
I think I'd be more scared about hearing voices in like old dialect.
Would you be scared to see the skeletons?
No, I quite like skeletons.
That
That
is-
sounds really weird, but
No, but that
I
would
do-
like scare you. That wouldn't
no, it
bother
wouldn't
you.
scare me
Okay.
because I collect not real, but I collect like skulls. They're not real skulls.
Don't worry,
But I-
guys. We're
but
not like that.
I am quite interested in stuff like that, but I don't think it's something that I'd be too scared of. But there was actually a woman called Vanessa Mitchell who moved in 2004. and
Brave.
I think after about 10 years she had to move out because she just couldn't handle living there anymore because it was just horrific.
It reminds me of like movies like The Conjuring, when like really happy families move in and they all have to end up leaving, but they take the spirits with her. Do you reckon she's taking a spirit with her from that house?
Well, I don't know, but she's done a lot of interviews and she said that she used to see like random blood spatter on the floor. She'd
Oh,
see like
no.
figures and objects moving. She just had to move. She just couldn't deal with it, and she was getting really like not famous, but round the town, everyone like wanted to speak to her, and I just don't think she wanted.
she didn't want the attention.
She didn't want the attention.
Can't relate.
But there has been some new owners as of 2025, keeping it relevant.
Oh my God.
And they are paranormal YouTubers called Amy and Jared, and they're from Australia. But they I think they bought the house to like experience the paranormal. Like, I think they bought it like solely because they wanted to do like videos
and content.
and
I mean, you've got to be
content.
a certain type of brave to be buying a house that's paranormal.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think they just really like that sort of stuff. Like, I think they just really wanted to buy a building that was like most haunted. But
Do you know what? You like what you like at the end of the day.
I know.
We can't be judging that.
I think it would be quite a cool job to go around like haunted houses. But they have said they've had some paranormal experiences, but they said they've seen like ghosts floating around there.
So, Alex, do you actually believe in ghosts?
You know what?
I want to just debunk this because I feel like it's such a... You can say, oh, you know, we've heard it in the house stuff, but do you even believe in the whole idea of a ghost?
You know what? I actually do.
Okay.
Because when I was younger, I used to like Google this website called like Ghost Stories, and I just read people's ghost stories, and I think I wish that would happen to me. It's kind of a hard one because like I've never actually had any experiences myself, but I wouldn't like rule it out. What about you?
See, I'm the opposite. I'm not going to lie. I mean, the thing is, I don't not believe in ghosts. I just don't believe in the idea of a ghost floating around. I believe more of an energy and an aura.
Yeah, I agree
So I
with
believe
that.
in like an energy that's a little bit like, an eerie energy, or something's happened in the house. And that's what makes the energy in the house seem a bit ominous. But I don't know if I believe in actual ghosts. Like, hey. Do you know what I
like
mean?
floating
But
around
I
and, like,
definitely
speaking
believe
to
in
you.
there's some sort of aura or some sort of like something in the house that makes things happen, or like an energy that would cause things to happen. But I just don't believe in ghosts. Although now I might get haunted because I've denied them access to my mind. Whoopsie daisy.
Have you had any like thing happen to you, or do you know anyone? Because I don't think I've had anything happen to me that I'd be like.
Well, you want it to, so you're probably
No,
manifesting it
I
into
don't.
the
I
universe. Ghosts, if you're listening, pay Alex a visit for me.
No, can you not, please? I'd rather not,
Touch
actually.
wood. Okay, guys, so I want to move on to my house that I've chosen. But before we start, not to, plug my own stuff, but when I was doing some research on the most paranormal things in the UK, Highgate came up. I've written a piece on the Highgate vampire.
Ah, yes.
So not trying to plug my own work here, but go check that out.
On our website.
On our website, we've got
right
some
now.
fantastic interviews of people who were actually there at the time. So go and check that out. Anyway,
Okay.
so Alex, what I want to present to you today is called the Chillingham Castle.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it ironic that chilling is in the name? Okay, so the Chillingham Castle is a 13th century Grade 1 listed stronghold in Northumberland, farmed for action and battles.
Oh.
Now, it says that with its fine rooms, gardens, lakes, fountains and tea rooms, the castle has extraordinary ownership bloodline which runs back to the 1200s. So this is an old building. This isn't just
very
any old castle. In
And-
fact, people say it's best known for its reputation with paranormal, but it is one of the most famous castles in the UK.
So what's happened there? Let's get into it.
This is getting good.
Tell me, Lauren.
I'm going to tell you, Alex. So apparently the castle is said to be haunted by a variety of spirits, including White Pantry Ghost, the Blue Boy, which apparently is just a glowing child. I had to look that one up.
Oh.
And the ghost of Lady Grey, who is a tortured phantom. They've also heard disembodied, like your yellow house, disembodied voices. The Blue Boy, so that's just apparently a glowing boy who was found walled up in the castle with blue fragments of clothing.
Oh, what, like his skeleton?
How weird is that?
Where, like just in
in
on
the
floor?
walls, in the walls of the castle.
In the walls?
with like blue bits of fabric.
Oh.
I don't like
wrapped
it.
around him or like they were
I'm
his
not too sure.
clothes?
It just says blue fragments of clothing.
Oh.
And then the White Pantry Ghost is apparently a frail, pale figure who begs for water in the castle.
What, like...
He's dehydrated,
people.
guys. Get him a pail of water. I feel like the White Pantry Ghost, all he's wanting is a bit of water. I would give him a water bottle. In fact,
How's
I'd
he
even
gonna drink
treat
that
him to a
then?
bit of Fiji. Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
I'd treat him to a bit of Fiji because he seems nice. All he wants is a bit of water.
That's very posh, Lauren, actually.
Yeah, I know, I'm treating him. Okay, so also that they've also reported the chapel, which is within the castle, they've heard echoing voices and strange phenomena.
No, I couldn't
The
deal
Edward
with
Room.
that.
It gets worse, Alex. This
Oh,
is a
go on.
castle. This is a big place. The Edward Room. This room is said to be a place where children witness their parents' execution, involving a chilling sense of fear and sadness. So at the time, children would watch their family and their parents be killed in this room. And it's called the Edward Room.
Oh my God. I'm...
Right, next, the torture chamber.
Bloody hell, this is getting a bit much, actually.
This castle needs to calm it down.
No, I know.
It's a key part of the castle's history and it's a haunted reputation. And then obviously at the very end we've got Lady Grey, who's said to still be roaming the castle. And the reason why, she roams the castle in search for her unfaithful husband because she got cheated on and she still haunts that castle because I think it happened there.
What, looking for him?
Her unfaithful
I
husband.
think he's dead, Lady Grey.
Well,
So.
do you know what? I don't want to lighten the mood because it's been quite down in the dumps.
Yeah, it has.
But Harry Potter, the Chamber of Secrets, was actually filmed there.
Really?
Yeah, not only that, but TV Channel 4, The Big Breakfast, was also filmed there. And it's all about ghost actions, but
Oh.
it's recently that they've obviously been filmed there. So I just thought make it more relevant for today, but it's still in use. I wonder if when they were filming, they noticed anything or heard anything.
Yeah, because isn't that weird, like filming about Harry Potter and it's all ghosts anyway, and then there's like creepy stuff going
See, it
on?
makes me
I
uncomfortable.
wouldn't be a fan of that.
But let's review. Out of the two houses that we've discussed, Alex, which would be the one that you'd least likely want to spend a night?
Oh, you know what? I'd actually least likely spend a night in the cage only because it's really small.
And it's less places to hide.
less
yeah.
places to hide.
I
That's a
completely get
haul.
that. I would choose mine only because of the Edward Room and the torture chamber.
Yeah, I understand that, but if I'd be like Harry Potter was filmed here, I'd be running around the place.
Like I'd be happy to be there because I mean Harry Potter's my favourite movie.
Yeah, I'd be like, get me in there
Get
now.
me in. Do you know what? Let's do it, Alex.
Let's do a tour.
So out of
See
the
a
two,
MindFckd tour.
maybe the yellow house would be worse. I think the fact that it's yellow does make it worse. At least this is like a nice architectural castle.
There's a door like at the front. It's still got like the door where they just like shove people in it.
Oh, see, I don't
Like
know
the
about
tiny
that.
little wooden door with
I
like
think the fact
bars on
that-
the windows.
Oh, the fact that it's the door itself, that would make me worried to even enter. At least this entering would be easy. You'd just be scared in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Okay, so how much would I have to pay you, Alex, to spend a night in the Edward Room
Oh.
of the Chillingham Castle?
Oh, that's horrible. Maybe like, do you know what? Not that much. Probably like 100 quid at the moment.
100 quid and a drink. A glass of wine.
And a glass of wine.
Okay,
How much
valid.
would I have to pay you to stay in the cage?
We'll see, it's up a little bit more. I would say maybe like 5,000.
5,000. Yeah, I agree.
Maybe,
with
do you know what? It's
that. on your own.
right. This is getting serious. On my own, at least 10 grand. With you, I would do it for 200 quid. How much would I have to pay you, Alex, to do a night on your own in the Gillingham Castle?
Oh, probably about. It is getting in the thousands. Maybe
It's
like
getting in the
£1,000 or
thousands.
£2,000.
On your own, I understand. We don't want to be independent in these
In
places.
a uni in a uni world of money where anything is valuable, I would say £1,000. But if I was working, it'd probably be like £5,000. It'd be a bit more.
Talking of uni, Alex, our listeners sent to us, they said, I want you to go to a paranormal. They wanted us to suffer, actually.
Yeah, they did.
Because they said, we want you to go to a paranormal place and explore it. Well, we listened.
We listened to you.
And what did we do?
And we've got Freya.
We've got Freya.
Our very own Freya, a MindFckd member, to go down.
There's a haunted house in Sheffield, local to the university area. So what did we do? We sent Freya.
We sent Freya to go and see the current occupants of the house and see if they'd let her in and do a little tour of the basement for
And
us.
lucky us, they did.
And lucky you, actually.
Lucky you, they let us in. So I think we should contact Freya and I think we should see what she's up to.
Yeah, let's go to Freya.
I'm just about to be let in. So we're going to be shown into the basement. Okay. Hello. Right. This is Kelsey, who has very kindly let us into her house.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Hello. So Kelsey, you're not coming into the basement with me today.
No, I'm not.
Right. That worries me. First of all, why won't you go into the basement?
I refuse to go in. Since I've been in the house, it's just not happening.
Well, I'll get down there and I'll tell you some crazy stories that I've heard. Right, I'm going to turn my camera on for anyone who is on the video, not just the podcast. Okay, thank you, Kelsey. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so for the people who are just audio listeners, this is horrific. Okay, so that's a blood red handprint on the way down. Oh, it's really quite horrible. Oh, I don't know what that is. Okay, so I'm going to describe what's going on around me. So everywhere there's blood splatters on the walls. There's blood handprints. I'm going through, and there's written in blood, "Get out." There's a table. There's a big stone table that has also got like red markings all over it. I don't really know what it is. I'll show you for anyone who is on the video and not just the audio.
I heard, Freya, that this was an old sacrificial table.
Yes, so the history of this building, and this is why it's allegedly been made into a student house, because nobody will live here for longer than a year because it is so scary, and I can absolutely attest to that. So there's a big table that I think, from what the people that live here are saying, it's some sort of like they used to do like animal slaughtering on the table. And honestly, I'm terrified. I feel cold and nervous, and I can't describe to you, like, there's cobwebs and stuff everywhere, basic basement stuff, but all the writing and the general vibe, I feel like something's gonna jump out and touch me. I'll show you round. For anyone who's not on the video, I'll just describe it. So this is the main bit, and as you can see, there's scrawling all over the wall. And I asked the people who lived here, they did not do this. Now, the weirdest part for me is, so you can see it says, "Get out, lust." I don't know what that's about. What does that even say? Can you guys see that?
Envy?
Envy. Oh, it does say envy. There's a big broken heart. It says greed, pride, anger, sloth.
It's the
hell.
7 sins, Freya.
That says fatty.
Fatty.
Right, this feels targeted, guys. This feels like I'm absolutely in danger. That's not women in a creepy basement. So that's one room. And so then it's pitch black,
multiple
guys.
rooms.
I don't even want to look in. Yeah. So there's
I
it's
think
like
they're in,
the
Freya.
chamber of flipping secrets down here. No, I can't. I can't go in, it's too much. No, I can't. I'm gonna go into the next one and then I'll build up to it. Stop it. Don't be horrid. I can hear stuff, guys. I'm not even joking. I can hear
What can you hear?
stuff. Well, there's no other than Kelsey, I believe. But I can hear like footsteps, and it's not coming from above me. It's coming from below, and I'm in the basement.
Oh my God.
So there's cobwebs everywhere. This one's like just completely like sparse. I don't like it. So what the people in the house were telling me, I've actually got shivers down here. This is creepy vibes. But what the people in the house was telling me is that when they moved in, they found a mannequin. There was a huge, like, life-sized, full-body mannequin in the basement, covered with all this, all this scrawling all over the walls. And obviously this big table, and then they learnt the history of that. And then they just thought, I'm not touching that. Came back down to the basement maybe a month or so later, and the mannequin, the body, was gone. It was completely gone. And then they
That's
asked,
weird.
no one knew anything about the mannequin. But they found, like, they saw it. Everybody saw this body, this mannequin. So that makes
What
me
the hell?
nervous. Maybe I'm the next
Maybe
one.
you'll go missing.
What if the next tenants are going to find a red-haired mannequin, and then I'm going to be gone?
And it's you, Freya.
You sat in the
I
corner.
know.
Freya, you can't. You have to
I
get back
know.
to mine.
You got to get back to our
I'm
magazine.
not going to lie. I've got to get out of here because this is creeping me the
Get
creep
out, get out. I did think I
Okay.
saw someone behind you a minute ago.
I'm going to rumble.
Run, Freya, run.
Oh, can I come back for MindFckd HQ, please?
Yeah.
Am I allowed
back.
out?
Yeah, you can.
Live to tell the tale.
Okay, Freya, you've just left the paranormal house. Tell
Oh.
us, what was it like?
I'm coming back to MindFckd HQ because that was too much for my sensitive little soul to handle. Genuinely really weird, and I'm quite skeptical of these kinds of things. But genuinely very, very strange. And so I was asking about the handprints and things, and they have no idea where they came from. The landlord won't explain it. I'm feeling a little bit shaken. I'm feeling a little bit like I don't ever want to go back to that house. And my tumble dryer is in my basement at home, and I don't love it, but it doesn't feel as weird as that.
So what are your overall views on it then? Give us a round off.
Don't ever make me go into somewhere that's covered in bloody handprints again. It's creepy,
That's our
it's
bad.
scary,
Alex,
and
no,
knowing that it's haunted, I'm terrified.
Well, get back
I'm
to
scared
HQ,
that they're going to
Freya.
come with me. I'm going to take the ghosts out with me because I didn't see anything. I felt weird, but I didn't, I'm worried that they're coming back with me.
Run, Freya, they're behind you. Well, thank you, Freya. We will see you very soon.
Okay.
Thanks,
I
Freya.
can't wait to learn more about the paranormal.
Me too. See ya. Guys, we're kind of speechless. That was kind of scary.
That was really weird. I'm really happy that Freya went down there because I would have not been
She
going
was
down there.
brave. Kudos to Freya, but that was scary. That was very insane. We're so glad we got to have a look at that though, because what an experience.
It was quite, not cool if it used to be like a sacrificial table, but it's a bit weird. 7 sins were all over the wall.
7 sins, sacrifice table, seems like it's not a coincidence.
No.
Wow, well, we're very grateful for that experience. We hope you guys enjoyed that. How many people do you think actually experience paranormal?
Well, done a bit of research, and actually 39% of people in the UK have admitted to experiencing paranormal activity or seeing a ghost.
That's a high percentage. Do you
No,
reckon
I
you're part of that 39%?
I would not.
I would not say, but it could increase. Maybe with Alex and I.
Maybe Freya's going to bring the bad energy back with her.
Freya has made it to 40%, everyone. She's made it. So, guys, we're going to wrap up this podcast. We hope you enjoyed our paranormal chit-chat.
We had fun.
I had a great time. And thank you again to Freya. Shout out to Freya because that was a scary encounter
scary.
and we're very proud of her. But, if you want to check us out on Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.
Yeah, on all of those, we are at MindFckd Mag. On Spotify, we are obviously MindFckd Down the Rabbit Hole. And check out our website, www.mindfuckd.co.uk.
You'll be very excited to see lots of paranormal features on there. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, I'm very excited to see you guys again soon for another amazing podcast.
I feel creeps out. I'm ready to dive into some ghost stories.
Me too.
Later.
Let's get deeper. Anyway, well, I hope you enjoyed, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.